Hmm? Are the voice and screen clear? All okay? Fine. So write down the heading as application of FLOT, application of first law of thermodynamics to different processes, to different processes and systems, to different processes and systems. Okay, out of which the first thing is isolated system. Okay, if you have isolated system, try to understand. Try to understand. Isolated system. Okay, let's say this is the system which has been isolated. This is the system which has been isolated. What does that mean? That simply means there will not be any kind of interaction between system and surrounding. There will not be any kind of interaction between system and surrounding. So that simply means heat exchanged with the system or heat exchange between system and surrounding will be equal to zero. Number one, because system is basically isolated from the surrounding, and also there will not be any kind of pressure volume interaction. There will not be any kind of pressure volume interaction. So that also means that for isolated system, now you will remember this fact. For isolated system, you are going to remember this fact. Q is equal to 0 and W is equal to 0. Try to understand. Okay, the system is isolated. System is isolated from the surrounding, so there will not be any heat and pressure volume interaction. So there will not be any heat interaction. There will not be any pressure volume interaction. Fine. All right, sir. So for isolated system, we have Q equal to 0, W equal to 0. So let us apply the first law of thermodynamics. Sir, sir, Q is equal to delta U plus W. But sir, Q equal to what? Sir, Q equal to 0. Fine. Sir, W is equal to what? 0. It means delta U should also be equal to 0. If delta U is 0, change in internal energy is 0, implies that internal energy is not changing. Not changing means constant. So remember, internal energy of isolated system remains constant. Let me know in this chat box, is this point clear to all of you? Isolated system, first law of thermodynamics applied to isolated system, is that clear to all of you? Let me know in the chat box. Sanga baranno pat 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 pat. Some particular data you know for a system or the process, and that data is to be filled in the first law of thermodynamics. Data, this is known data for this system or the process, we just put it in the first law of thermodynamics. This is our first law of thermodynamics. Fine. So that covers the first point. Second, isobaric process. Isobaric process. Isobaric process. Fine. For isobaric process, let us try to apply first law of thermodynamics. Q is equal to delta U plus W. Okay. What are the things that we know for isobaric process? For isobaric process, the things that you know is work done in isobaric process. So what is the data that you know for isobaric process? Sir, for isobaric process, work done is equal to P delta V. If sir volume data is not given, we can use NR delta T. We can use NR delta T. If volume data is not given and temperature data is given, I made a mistake. I should write NR delta T. These are the two formulae of work done in isobaric process. So sir, this is what we know. Sir, in general we also know this. Delta U is equal to NCV delta T. NCV delta T. And sir, for CV, there are two replacements. For CV. You should know these replacements. For CV, we can write F by 2R, the first replacement, and as per the need, you also know that What is gamma? Gamma is Cp upon Cv. Gamma is Cp upon Cv. With that, you also find out gamma is equal to 1 plus 2 by f. 1 plus 2 by f. Okay. So 1 plus 2 by f. And from this equation, you also know that, just try to understand the flow of equations. 2 by f is equal to gamma minus 1 and f by 2 reciprocal on both the sides is 1 upon gamma minus 1. So therefore let us call this as equation number 2. When you put equation 2 in equation number 1, see, these equations you must know. These equations you must remember, you must know now. Okay, these are the 3 equations that I know. This equation also you must know. Okay, gamma is equal to 1 plus 2 by f, Cp upon Cv. We have did it many times. So find out the value of f by 2. Find out the value of f by 2. It is 1 upon gamma minus 1. So from that, what we get for Cv is f by 2 into r. What is f by 2? It is 1 upon gamma minus 1 into r. So that will give you r upon gamma minus 1. That will give you r upon gamma minus 1. Remember, Cv is equal to f by 2 into r. Also remember, Cv equal to r upon gamma minus 1. Also remember, Cv equal to r upon gamma minus 1. But sir, we know gamma is equal to Cp upon Cv, and from that, sir, we can write Cp is equal to gamma into Cv. Gamma into Cv. So gamma into Cv. So gamma into, what is Cv? Cv is r upon gamma minus 1. R upon gamma minus 1. So you should remember the value of Cp as well. Either in terms of f, you can remember Cp and Cv in terms of f. You can also remember Cp and Cv in terms of gamma. You can also remember Cp and Cv in terms of gamma. Cv is equal to r upon gamma minus 1. Cv is equal to r upon gamma minus 1, and Cp is equal to gamma r upon gamma minus 1 multiply by gamma. है ना, Cv ला फक्त gamma ने multiply करायचं आहे. We simply have to multiply Cv by gamma. So gamma r upon gamma minus 1. Okay, I am expecting you to remember these formulae as well. Just like you remember this formula, I know. And Cp is equal to Cv plus R. You do Cp is equal to Cv plus R, you will get formula for Cp. So try to remember Cv in terms of F. You can get formula of Cp in terms of F by just doing Cp is equal to Cv plus R. Similarly, try to remember formula of Cv in terms of gamma, R upon gamma minus 1, and to find out Cp, just multiply the formula of Cv by gamma, R upon gamma minus 1 multiplied by gamma. Okay, so in this way you can do the replacements of Cv and Cp as per the requirement. Okay sir, fine. Now let us try to apply the first law of thermodynamics to isobaric process. Let us try to apply the first law of thermodynamics to isobaric process. For isobaric process, what we know is work done is something like this. Okay, and in general delta U is always this. This formula is always wala formula. This formula is always wala formula for delta U, and this formula is only for isobaric. This formula is only for isobaric. Okay, fine. Now let us use first law of thermodynamics, which says Q is equal to delta U plus W, which says Q is equal to delta U plus W. So this is Q, but this is heat supplied at constant pressure. So you may write it as QP. You may write it as QP. Process is isobaric. For isobaric process, you know heat supplied is equal to heat supplied at constant pressure. Okay. Delta U is N CV delta T. So N I wrote as it is. CV can be written as R upon gamma minus 1. Or let me write here first NCV delta T plus W is NR delta T. I am trying to write everything in the language of delta T. And what is CV? So CV is R upon gamma minus 1. R upon gamma minus 1. NR delta T as it is. Sir, nr delta t can be taken common. Yes, nr delta t you can take it as common. 1 upon gamma minus 1 plus everything common means 1. So that will give us nr delta t into bracket 1 cross multiplication plus gamma minus 1 divided by gamma minus 1 cross multiplication. Sir, 1 minus 1 cancel. Yes, nr delta t into bracket gamma upon gamma minus 1 this is qp. Rearranging this equation, qp is equal to n into gamma r upon gamma minus 1 into delta t, and comparing qp as qp with n cv delta t, sorry, qp is n cp delta t, comparing qp with n cp delta t, n gamma r upon gamma minus 1 into delta t, you can get your cp back. What is that cp? Sir, n cancel, delta t cancel. We can get our cp back as gamma r upon gamma minus 1. Hope you are convinced. So whatever has been done here is perfectly fine. According to the question, we may stop at this point, we may stop at this point, we may stop at this point. Okay, but let me know in the chat box, is this clear or not, everyone? First try to understand it, then write it, and then let me know clear and written. बघा बाळांनो, समजतंय का? Good. Okay, sir, fine. Now, let us write first law of thermodynamics for next process. The next process is, no, they have written few more things: isobaric expansion, isobaric compression, or isobaric heating, isobaric cooling. See, these are very simple points. Write down isobaric. Same point we are continuing. Isobaric heating. Now they are saying heating. Heating means heat is given to the system. Okay, in the isobaric process, what will happen if heat is given to the system? Okay, that's not big task. Write down Q is equal to delta U plus W. Write down Q is equal to delta U plus W. Okay, now as we are heating, what to do is this. See, now I am writing mod Q. Here you have to write the sign of the Q. Here you have to write sign of delta U, and here you have to write mod delta U plus, thinking of sign and numerical value separately. Sign you have to write in this bracket, and numerical value is nothing but mod. Okay, now they have said isobaric heating. Okay, see how the thoughts are to be, or how the steps are to be generated for dealing with this sign. Okay, and predicting what will happen. What will happen if you heat a gas in the isobaric process? You are heating the gas. This word heating implies that heat is given to the system. This word heating implies that heat is given to the system. Okay, sir, fine. So that simply means during isobaric heating, see, the pressure on the gas is constant. Pressure on the gas is constant. So when the pressure on the gas is constant and you are heating the gas will try to expand as well as will try to increase the temperature. So gas will try to expand, means expansion, work done will be positive. Also the temperature of gas will increase, that means internal energy will also increase. So increase means positive. This is the thought. Is this clear? What will happen? Is this clear? Isobaric heating, what will happen? The answer is this and this, means internal energy will increase and gas will expand. So therefore they have written isobaric heating in bracket isobaric expansion. So when you heat a gas in the isobaric process, gas expands as well as its temperature rises. Gas expands means W positive, its temperature rises means delta U positive. It is this. With the signs, what these signs are telling you, work is positive means gas will expand. So in isobaric heating, gas will expand. Okay, and in isobaric heating, temperature of the gas will also increase. Temperature of the gas will also increase. That is what they want to, they are trying to tell us. Fine. Now second is isobaric compression. In that case, what will happen? Okay, isobaric but compression. In that case, what will happen? Write down isobaric. First, instead of heating, write down cooling. Isobaric cooling. Now let us try to understand isobaric cooling. Again, you have to write Q is equal to delta U plus W. Thinking of signs and numerical values separately. Try to think of signs and numerical values separately. So write down again, sine of Q into mod of Q is equal to sine of W, sine of delta U into mod of delta U plus sine of W into mod of W. Okay. Now cooling, the word cooling implies that heat has been removed from the system. When you remove the heat from the system, what happens is this: the gas will be compressed. Gas will try to get compressed. Minus, and the second thing, temperature of the gas will decrease. Reverse will happen. See, plus minus plus minus plus minus. So when there is isobaric cooling, keeping the pressure of the gas constant, if you try to cool the gas, very simple thing it is. See, PV is equal to nRT. Okay, isobaric process, pressure is not changing. If you are taking out the heat from the gas, then its internal energy will be decreased, means its temperature will decrease. As the temperature decrease, simultaneously volume shall decrease, because simultaneously you have to satisfy this equation. So temperature decreasing, delta U decreasing. Okay, because heat we are removing from the system, means some energy we have removed. So if we remove some energy from the system, its internal energy shall decrease. Yes, internal energy decrease म्हणजे काय बा, temperature decrease. पहिल्यांदा internal energy कमी होणार म्हणजे temperature कमी झालं. But sir, we have to satisfy this equation also. So if temperature decreases, volume decreases. If volume decreases, work done negative. This is the thought process. Are you getting this? How to predict what will happen? If you cool the gas, isobaric process. If you cool the gas in isobaric process, pressure on the gas constant and you are removing the heat, what will happen? Gas will get compressed and its temperature will decrease. This is the answer. Check if you know, check if you get it or not. Reply in the chat box. Isobaric cooling समजलं का बाळांनो? Isobaric cooling. You get that? Yes, good. Fine. Now, specific heat of gas during isobaric process. Okay, write down molar specific heat, molar specific heat, molar specific heat for isobaric process. So Cp they are trying to write. What is Cp? Cp is Cv plus R. What is Cv? Cv is F by 2R plus R. So answer is F by 2 plus 1 into R. That's it. Or what is Cp? Sir, Cp is gamma into Cv. What is Cv in terms of gamma? That also you should know. Cv formulae you must know. Okay, Cv formulae you must know. What is Cv? Cv is, sir, R upon gamma minus 1. R upon gamma minus 1. So answer is gamma R upon gamma minus 1. Just write down molar specific heat at constant pressure for isobaric. We are writing everything for isobaric. We are writing everything for isobaric. For each and every process, you can write molar specific heat. Sometimes it can be at isobaric process. Sometimes it can be at isovolumic process. Even for the adiabatic process, you can write molar specific heat. Even for the isothermal process, you can write molar specific heat. For any kind of process, you can fundamentally write molar specific heat. But most of the times, you have to deal with molar specific heat at constant volume and constant pressure. But other molar specific heats can also be found out. Okay, as per the need, you can find out. Okay. Next, bulk modulus. Bulk modulus of elasticity for isobaric process. Next thing is, write down. Next point is, guys, bulk modulus of elasticity. Write down. Bulk modulus of gas. Of course, we are talking about gas because gamma is the concept for the gas only. Bulk modulus of gas during isobaric process. During isobaric process. During isobaric process. Okay. Nothing is to be fundamentally remembered. Everything can be derived as per the need within 10 or 15 seconds. So what is the formula for bulk modulus? Some people write bulk modulus as B. Some people write it as K. Fine, we just have no problem. Okay. Bulk modulus is volume stress upon volume strain. Sir, volume stress is change in pressure or the excess pressure. Volume stress. And volume strain is change in volume upon original volume. Fine, you can write here minus sign because when the pressure increases, volume decreases. When delta P is positive, delta V is negative. Positive upon negative will become negative. But we know bulk modulus is always positive, and for the compensation of the minus sign, we have this additional minus sign here. So minus will ultimately become plus. Okay, sir, fine. So minus V into delta P upon delta V is the general formula for bulk modulus. Reply me in the chat box. Is that right? Is that right? Reply me in the chat box. Bulk modulus. For any kind of process, it is minus V delta P by delta V. Volume stress upon volume strain. Why this minus sign? Because bulk modulus is always positive. Bulk modulus is always positive. So for that, without this minus sign, you will get negative number. But we know bulk modulus is positive, so for compensation, this minus sign. Okay, reply me in the chat box. Is that clear? General formula of bulk modulus. This is the general formula of bulk modulus. Okay, we have seen it in elasticity and thermal expansion, right? Now we want to find out this value. We want to find out this value for isobaric process. Okay, we want to find out the value of bulk modulus for isobaric process. Write down. But for isobaric process, delta P, change in pressure, is equal to 0 because process is isobaric. Therefore, bulk modulus of isobaric process is equal to what? Minus V. Delta P is 0. So answer is 0. That's it. This is how bulk modulus will be calculated. Hope it is clear. Very simple. Isobaric process, change in pressure 0. Change in pressure 0. Bulk modulus 0. Isobaric bulk modulus किती असतो? 0 असतो. We'll also find out isothermal bulk modulus. We will also find out adiabatic bulk modulus. Right now we found out bulk modulus isobaric. Isobaric bulk modulus 0. Is that clear? I think you must be knowing what is isothermal bulk modulus. Isothermal bulk modulus आठवतं तुम्हाला? We have solved this question already, and at that time I told you that we will derive what is isothermal bulk modulus. We will derive what is adiabatic bulk modulus. What is isothermal bulk modulus of a gas? Isothermal bulk modulus is pressure. Very good. Perfect answer. Good. It is pressure. And what is adiabatic bulk modulus? Gamma into pressure. That we will derive now. Huh? That we will derive now. Okay. Good. Very good. Fine. So isobaric bulk modulus is 0. That is clear. So for isobaric process we applied. So for isobaric process we applied first law of thermodynamics. We also did some additional things like writing molar specific heat at constant pressure, writing bulk modulus at constant pressure. Those things we just did. Fine. Let's move on to the next thing. Next process is, guys, or next formula is for work done in isobaric process. That we already know. So let us not do that point again. Okay, they have written work done in isobaric process. We know it, P delta V or NR delta T. It is simply P delta V or NR delta T, that we already know. But instead of using symbol N for number of moles, they are using number of moles as mu. Why they are doing so? Because we know that we have democracy, so number of moles we want to take it as N, they want to take it as mu. Okay, let us allow them. Sometimes some people write number of moles as mu. It's okay, fine. But we will be writing it as N. We will be writing it as N. Okay, only in the specific cases, by mentioning that mu is moles, we will be writing mu also. But otherwise, we will be writing N. Now, next thing, let's move on to the next point, that there are some examples they are given on page number 88. I am right now. Examples of isobaric processes. Okay, examples of isobaric processes. Write down one note. All phase changes are isobaric. All phase changes. Phase change जेव्हा होणार आहे बाळांनो, तेव्हा तो isobaric असणार आहे. Water converting into ice or ice converting into water. Isobaric आणि isothermal change असतो, तेव्हा प्रेशर पण चेंज होत नाही आणि प्रेशर पण चेंज होत नाही आणि टेम्परेचर पण चेंज होत नाही. हा, व्हॉल्यूम कॅन चेंज. राइट डाउन. Phase changes are isobaric and isothermal okay. So जेव्हा एक एक्झाम्पल आयसोबारिक प्रोसेसचं कुठलंही एक्झाम्पल घेऊ शकता तुम्ही. फेज चेंजेस त्यातलं परत कुठलं एक एक्झाम्पल घेऊयात. लेट अस टेक water converting into the steam. Okay, so what are the things that will happen? Pressure constant, 1 atm 1 atm. Okay, temperature constant, 100 degree Celsius 100 degree Celsius. याचं एक्झाम्पल असेल प्रेशर इक्वल टू 1 atm. याचं एक्झाम्पल असेल temperature equal to 200 degree Celsius. But volume, see, water converting into steam, their volume increases. Okay, sir. It means work done will be positive. कारण volume increase झालाय. Work done will be positive. So whatever heat is given to the system, Q is equal to delta U plus W. Okay. Now whatever heat is given to the system, that heat will be utilized in two ways. First, to change the internal energy of the system, plus to do the pressure volume work done. Yes, work is going to be a positive value, because when you convert water into the vapor, okay, water has less volume, vapor has more volume, so volume will increase. So volume will increase means pressure against a constant pressure you are doing the work, and there is expansion, so it certainly means work done is going to be positive. So this is positive, this is positive. So it certainly means that whatever heat you are giving, that is being used to increase the volume. That is to do the pressure volume work done, as well as to increase the internal energy of the gas, as not as a gas of a system. Now you will wonder that, sir, you are saying that temperature is constant and still you are writing internal energy as positive. Do you think that? Do you think like this? That temperature is constant, so delta U is 0. Are you thinking like that? Tell me. What do you think about delta U? It should be 0 or positive or negative? What do you think? What do you think? In the isobaric process where there is a phase change, in the isobaric process where there is a phase change, see, you are not given a gas. You are not given a gas. You are given some system which is initially which was in liquid state, and now it will be in the solid state. Okay, so it's a phase change. Okay, so for phase change you have liquid as well as gas simultaneous. Okay, so for that what you should write is something like this: delta U is fundamentally, this is internal energy, which is change in kinetic energy plus change in potential energy. Okay, you remember this fact. Temperature constant means kinetic energy constant. There will not be any change in kinetic energy. Yes, certainly there will not be any change in kinetic energy, but there will be change in potential energy. Potential energy of the vapor will be more than the potential energy of the liquid water. So those potential energies will change. Fine. So this is what is exactly happening there. Okay, when there is phase change. Now, sir, one more thing you can do is this. See, when there is phase change, what is the amount of heat required? Sir, for phase change, amount of heat required is ml. ml is the numerical value. Let me write Q as sine into mod. Thinking of sine and numerical value separately. So, right now water is being converted into steam. So, system will absorb the heat. So, therefore, heat given to the system will be positive. Therefore, heat given to the system will be positive. Because right now water is being converted into steam, so heat will be absorbed. So plus, what is Q? Sir, Q is equal to ml. Numerical value of Q is equal to what? ml. Are you getting this? Let me know in the chat box. So for the phase change, you can write the value of Q as ml, and you can think whether the water is converting into the steam or steam is converting into the water, and according to that check whether the heat is being absorbed or released, and according to that write down here plus or minus sign. What is justification of this plus sign? Because water is being converted into steam, therefore heat is absorbed. Heat is absorbed. Therefore heat is absorbed, and hence you are writing plus Q. Okay, so for that here this Q can be written as plus ml. Okay, for this process Q can be written as plus ml. Are you getting this? Is this point clear to all of you? Let me know in the chat box, everyone, fast. समजलं का बघाय? Good. So water converting into steam. For that, we have developed some thoughts, we have developed some logics. Fine, sir. Of course, this will be latent heat of vaporization. Here you can add subscript as V. Here you can add subscript as V. Now sir, one more example, example number 2. For that, let us write water converting into ice. Water converting into ice. Again, pressure constant 1 atm, temperature constant 0 degree Celsius. Temperature constant 0 degree Celsius. Okay, can you tell me what will happen to volume? Tell me what will happen to volume? Water converting into ice. Think of water, not for any other liquid. Water has some abnormal behaviors also. Water has some abnormal behaviors also. Ice floats in the water. Density of ice is less than density of water. This is not true for other liquids. When other liquids, अरे वॉल्यूम विचारतोय, हीटचं काय सांगतोस? I am asking of volume. You are telling me about heat. What will happen to volume? When water converts into ice, volume will increase or decrease? Ansh, wrong answer. Prithviraj, wrong answer. Same mass upon volume. Same mass upon volume. Mass cancel. This on the left hand side. This less than sign as it is. This on the right hand side. Ice floats in the water. Generally for other liquids, if they convert into solid, they contract. Generally for other liquids, if they convert into solids, they contract. But for water, water expands. If it is converted into ice, water expands. Okay, if it is converted into ice, water expands. Okay, see, this calculation is in front of you. So guys, volume increases. Again W positive. Okay, it expands म्हणजेच volume increases. Yes, expands म्हणजेच बाळ volume increases. So again W positive. Again W positive. Okay sir. But heat is released. It is released. Okay. So what happens to internal energy? What happens to internal energy? What happens to internal energy is this. See, kinetic energy. See, the temperature is not changing. So kinetic energy, you can say change in kinetic energy is still 0. And the potential energy, whatever the potential energy is there, that that also decreases. That also decreases. It certainly means that. Try to understand these signs. What these signs try to say is this: when water converts into ice, its potential energy is decreased. Its potential energy is converted into heat, and the same potential energy is used to increase the volume. That is to do the pressure volume work done. It means this.